What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It is White Gamer. Today we're going to be going over this new pitch note that EA are calling it October Feedback Update. I'm assuming this is going to be a glimpse of what's to come these next week or two before the end of the month, that we are supposed to get hopefully new levels coming into clubs. So let's get right into it, guys. We released FC 26 last month, and a lot has happened. On our side, we released 3 title updates driven by the feedback and issues that the game has been going. Remember, guys, make sure you guys keep getting your feedback through the feedback portal, Discord, and social media. So, guys, let's get into it, guys. Manual defending is getting stronger. What have you told us? Defending against dribblers can feel too difficult. And I think a lot of you guys are having this issue where obviously the attacker or the opponent has better dribbling. Since this year, the dribbling is super responsive. EA is going to be hopefully sorting this out, especially when the precise movements around the edge of the box. So those attackers that like to dribble a lot around, that's what they're addressing right here. Resulting in potential increased threat of goal scoring chances and overly high score lines. What they're going to do so far, they've been following the feedback for weeks on this topic and want to make sure that we give it time to evolve concerning any changes. FC 26 is a new game, has improved to get you time familiar with its mechanic. So they did an update at last time around, which increased the so this was old. So what they're doing next, this is what matters because this is like the old patch. What they're doing next is to improve the jockeying responsiveness, which a lot of people, I know if you guys came into my stream, said that your jockey doesn't feel that responsive, even if you have high defensive awareness. Well, they're going to be improving the jockeying responsiveness, which is always good, guys. It's always welcome. This year, the game favors more to attackers than defenders. So it's going to be good to see some sort of balance, especially with how responsive the dribbling is this year and how quick the attackers are when turning with the ball and just directions in general. So they are going to be improving the jockeying responsiveness. Remember, your jockey will left trigger L2. You might have seen us briefly mention in our social medias and tracker already, but we are looking to empower manual defending in the update. Remember, guys, when you're playing Ultimate Team or Club, your defending settings are already set to manual defending. An update that is being planned for the end of October. So hopefully either by next week or the last week of October, we should be getting this. We want to give an experience that has more of a balance between attacking and manual defending, but without compromising on the responsiveness or dribbling that you told us you would enjoy. So they're not going to touch the dribbling. The dribbling is to stay the way it is, but they're going to make the jockeying way more responsive, which I think that's a W. Now, kickoffs are getting hard to score from in competitive gameplay. Now, I think this has to do with Ultimate Team, the Ultimate Team kickoff glitch that was going on. I haven't really noticed this in clubs, but let's see what they're doing. We're going to be making further improvements to the AI defensive positioning during kickoffs. So only during the kickoff will the AI defensive positioning, I guess, improve. With this update, they're planning on implementing more aggressive man marking that only applies to the defensive side around kickoff. So yeah, this only has to do with kickoff, which kind of sucks because the AI defenders in general aren't good at all in clubs, especially the fullback when they overly step up and leaves a gap in the back, especially the fullback. So I don't know if they're going to address that, but this just has to do with the kickoff. What else? We tackle a number of emerged issues and feedback you told us about. Okay, this is what matchmaking and Ultimate Team champs. We're not going to go over this, guys, but if you play Ultimate Team, maybe the matchmaking wasn't as good or the server. Let's keep going. There's some career mode stuff here. Again, we're not going to spend time on that. Okay, this is big, guys. PC optimization and drop controller inputs. I know a lot of you guys that are on PC are having controller inputs. Sometimes your Pro won't move at all. So it looks like they're going to be addressing this issue. Now, they've been addressing instances of this issue with just about every new version of the game. And the update 0.0.3, they address a graphic setting issues. They're planning to address another batch of issue later this month. Let's see if they talk about the input delay. If your PC is running the game offline close to its performance limits with no issue, but you can run into online issue, this can happen because online play needs consistent performance in order for your gameplay to stay in sync with other. The combination of online play with PC hardware that is pushing itself can result in issues occurring that you may not see otherwise. We know that on PC you want to play the game as maxed out as possible. We see the need to create in-game indicators for when your PC is struggling to achieve your desired settings. So I guess they're gonna also be adding some sort of indicators on PC when the game might not be stable, or maybe if you're running the wrong settings on your PC. Now, we'll continue to work on PC optimization with the upcoming updates. We'll look to reach out to players more directly to better understand the issues. So it looks like, oh, here we go. In the meantime, if you're experiencing optimization or controller issues, lowering your graphics settings a little bit can eliminate some cases of that happening. So try to doing that, guys. If you're on PC and you have input delay, just try to lower down your graphics settings a little bit. See if it helps out with input delay on your controller. Again, we know that's not exactly what you want to hear. Yeah, kind of defeats the whole purpose of running it on PC and maxing out the settings. But it's a workaround for a number of players, and we'll keep improving on that. So yeah, you or your friends are on PC and you have an input delay, try to lower down your settings for now until they drop this update. Now, this is huge, guys. Connectivity and general matchmaking. We guys know in clubs, especially in clubs, guys, some of you guys get put in wrong servers, or you can't find games because sometimes there's not a server where you're from, or your ping is higher than normal in matches. So this, I think, could address this issue. While the pre-order on FC 26 launch has been fairly smooth overall, we know that there has been several situations where players were affected by connectivity and matchmaking issues. For example, there was an issue getting into game at the start of the launch. They addressed that quickly. Yeah, I think it was like Xbox players couldn't connect with PC players or something like that, and not able to matchmake properly. There has even been a case of players in certain regions affected by the internet service provider preventing them from accessing the game. So I think I have seen this before, where some of you guys couldn't get into FC 26 or couldn't connect to the server, and that also has to do not just with EA and their issues, but your internet service provider. So whichever internet service provider you have, that could be an issue as well. Let's click this link. Let's see if they talk about it. Oh, that just brings up Twitter. Okay, this was an example. I think they showed some people in Mexico weren't getting connecting because it was their internet service provider. So that was just an example that they showed. Okay, so they're going to continue working on the matchmaking and provide some update. All right, guys, what's coming in FC 26 version 1.1 is coming. We're looking to address this at the end of the month, before the end of the month, the changes we mentioned throughout this article. All right, let's see. A brand new season, guys. They're going to be sharing more details next week. But here's a quick preview of what we can expect. So next week, we're going to get another pitch note before the end of the month. There's going to be a brand new season, guys. A new season pass, more evolutions, improvements to manual defending, which we just talked about, that kickoff, ultimate team objectives, manager. Big one right here, guys. An increase to club's archetype max level. Now, a lot of you guys have been wanting this, more levels. And it was already confirmed in the summer in the pitch notes for clubs that we are going to get more levels. Now, we're probably going to get way more information on this again next week when they go into details. My guess is, guys, we're probably going to get maybe 20 or 25 more levels. The main reason is because Season 2, usually Season 1 is the longest. So Season 1 was like 46, 48 days. Season 2 and the remainder of the season throughout FC 26 is probably going to be, if I had to guess, like 33, 34 days. So yeah, we're going to get an increase to club's archetype max level. And then, of course, they're going to be fixing the PC issues and much more. And then this is in the bottom. It's just the stuff that they all already worked on. We've noticed much of what was included in the 3 updates were published over past month, from tweaks to load driven. So yeah, this was just a recap of what they dropped in these past like month and a half of the game being out. It's been massive for them. Continuing to give us feedback. We'll continue tuning into what you're saying. We'll do another one of these feedback update in November. So yeah, guys, by next week we'll have another pitch note, and they're gonna go very into details of the leveling. But guys, overall, I think this update, we're probably gonna get it some point next week or the last week of October. Because remember, next week the playoff starts. That lasts a week. So the new season will start either October 30th or October 31st. And then hopefully by October 31st or hopefully by October 31st the new levels are added. But ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you guys think. I know there's still more issues and bugs that EA needs to sort out. Other than that, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.